Are you kidding me? Not interested.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet,
There's the phone background.
will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's all but gone and the memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name. When my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul could never grow old, it's evergreen. Baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory.
Got to make fucking Christ. Internet in Puerto Rico sucks. It just sucks. It's so fucking dumb. Either way.
All you goddamn brodies and you freaky furries and all you freaks. We got Cypher 11.
Sometimes death is a gift.
Cypher 11, you are on the air. Coast from True Capitalist Radio is a stupid, dumb Canadian bacon moose antler up the ass having fun boys. You know it. You know. Oh man, was that a recording from Tinsel? Yeah, I was recording from. It sounded like what's his name? Alex Jones. Alex Jones, you stupid! Alex Jones, like Alex Jones.
No, I'm looking just for the best view count. I know it's 4K. Yeah, what's the million views? Jesus.
Alright, folks, now it's time. Let's go ahead and take some callers right now. We got area code 407 radio.
You're gonna have to stay
Shooting Star Radio Graffiti.
So much fucking noise. Alright, John Goes here. Welcome to hell. Welcome to hell. Wow. Welcome to hell, I swear. Nothing but noise. Sunlight, it's always cloudy. There's not enough sunlight. You can see a little bit on the screen, but it's gonna go out pretty soon in like less than 4 minutes. You'll see. I've been trying to get sunlight because I need it. My hands are almost white. No, no offense, but yeah, I'm black, Latino, all that. Arabic, Arabia. In like physical, the way I look. Jesus Christ. Let's see. I think I got it. All right, let's go. In the mountain. Oh god. Two glimmer jeans. That's amazing. Low. That card just needs a. Is the new dragon good with that? Like to build a deck with that? I think you can't go. Turn 6 to play. That's what I thought. Okay, I bought out something, yeah. Ay. Qué bueno que mami no está, porque en verdad esta nena lo que hace es alborotar. Need lane cards. Alright. I'd rather just put this in the top right. I mean, he can cast one. He's mostly creatures. He's playing green-white. Go. Hell is a gift. Hell is a gift. Just make everything hard, huh? Ooh, my hand is getting better. The left side, at least. I mean, really effective. Actually, both of them are pretty good. Good move. Transform him and then give it to me. Well, no choice. Alright. I think I should put my headphones again, because there's too much noise here. Too much. Yeah.
Could change the world in a moment, but what do I know? Love can change the world in a moment, but what do I know? Love can change the world in a moment.
What do I know?
I'll paint the picture, let me set the scene. You know the future's in the hands of you and me. So let's all get together, we can all be free. Spread love and understanding, positivity. We could change this whole world with a piano at a bass, some guitar, grab a beat, and away we go. I'm just a boy with a one-man show. No university, no degree, but Lord knows everybody's talking about exponential growth and the stock market crashing in their portfolios. Well, I'll be sitting here with a song that I wrote, saying love could change the world in a moment, but what do I know? Love can change the world in a moment, but what do I know? Love can change the world in a moment, but what do I know? Into the sun, looking at the cave. Looking to the woman, looking at a man. You can't judge a daughter by looking at the mother. You can't judge a book by looking at the cover, Lord. Take a one book, try to read me like a book. Better leave it marked up, cause you can't judge a book by the cover. You can judge a book by looking at the cover. You can judge a book by looking at the cover. Look at us, sitting alone without our users. Can you imagine?
Look at us. It just sounds like a stoner. Come at me, bro. Yeah, that's 4 damage. It's fine. No, that's why I'll take the damage. Awesome. Alright, well. Perfect. Top. Because he's a horror. This is why I don't like getting. This is why I don't like getting. Card sucks, I'm sorry. That token means nothing now. Next turn, I can take his shit. Sky Weller Shell. That's fine. So anything he plays, he's gonna have to pay the full price. Got you white. Good job. Good job. I swear. Alright. I don't mind you red. Beautiful. Go. Internet, where are you? LOL. Well. Oh, alright. Give me. Oh no. That's fine. What's wrong with my telephone now? Jesus Christ. Come on. Oh, Spotify is down. Awesome. So stupid. Fine, I'll go to YouTube. Give me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Yes. It's kind of bullshit, right? What's going on here? It's kind of bullshit. Too much power.
Forces us to think and pushes us and nudges us. It really is about getting out of your own way in a lot of ways.
It's a paradox too, because the only way to truly surrender to reality is to not fucking care. It's absolutely true, and that's what's going to free you up to be the most effective in your caring. Yeah. You cannot get around that head fuck, because it is absolutely, and that is absolutely true.
Yeah.
So wait. I mean, this is the thing that people really struggle with, because a lot of people will hear everything you just said, and and all this stuff about Shinzen, not caring, and think, okay, if I meditate, well, I'm going to be ineffective. I'm not going to be able to do anything.
But that's what I'm saying is the paradox. It's like the person who's most effective is the person who gives up needing to be effective. It's like because that's how you free up all the energy. It's like if you're trying to control everything all the time, you're going to be really limited in what you can actually do. If you just let go and let things be as they are, you're kind of like, it's like you're conserving all this deep, deep well of energy that's there. And then when you really do need to make a move, because it does fucking matter, then you've got the energy to act, and you act in a way that's probably more effective because it's less distorted. Yeah. So it's just skillful use of energy. And that's what I've learned from practice, or even from getting older, because I'm 46 now and I don't have the energy I used to have. It's like choosing your battles. And seeing now, I'm like, that seems really tiring. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to actually just sit here and chill and relax, so I'll have the energy to do what I need to do when I need to do it. That's kind of, that maturity is sort of, I think, a big part of the meditative learning.
Well said.
It's so interesting what you're talking about as it relates to how when you're on Good Morning America, sort of figuring out a way to just be in the moment and guide the conversation, but don't think too much about what you're saying, but say the right things and have poignant things and good questions and being able to engage, but not being too conscious of how it sounds or what you're trying to achieve by your words or the image that you're trying to portray. There's so many parallels that would exist in stand-up comedy, that they exist in podcasting, they exist in martial arts. Like when you're doing martial arts, that's a big part of being able to train effectively. Is to focus almost entirely on the movements themselves, to have them trained into a way where they're a pathway that you can almost observe, like you are an observer and a passenger as much as you're the driver of the experience. That it's all just sort of taking place, and when you start tweaking and freaking out about it, that's when everything tightens up, and that's when you start to run into all these like real issues with training.
But that's why I find basic, we've talked a lot about, Jeff has talked, as he always does, very beautifully about deep end of the pool, mysticism and, highly attained meditators. But the nuts and bolts basic application of beginner mindfulness meditation, which Jeff and I talk about, is what allows you to get out of your own way. Because saying to people, hey, get out of your own way, get out of your head, it's a very frustrating thing to hear, because you're like, how the hell do I do that? But the basic move of beginner meditation, which is to sit with your eyes closed, bring your full attention to the feeling of your breath coming in and going out. And then as soon as you try to do this, your mind's going to go bonkers. You're going to start thinking about, what's for lunch? Where do I need a haircut? Where do dribbles run wild? Blah, blah, blah. And the whole game is just to notice when you become distracted in a non-judgmental, friendly way. Oh, yeah, that's anger. That's random thoughts, whatever. Let it go. Go back to the breath. Over and over and over ad infinitum. And that basic bicep curl for your brain allows you to have a less hostile relationship to your inner chaos. It allows you to see it clearly. And that is the mechanism by which for me at least, by which all of the things we're talking about here, not freaking out on live television, being able to survive in a sensory deprivation tank when you think Joe Rogan might judge you for freaking out and jumping out. All that stuff allows you to see the chatter arise. This basic move that we're doing in meditation, which is just sitting back and allowing all this stuff to come up without trying to grab it or push it away, can help you in the things that we're talking about here. Martial arts, stand-up comedy, all of the things.
So can I just say something about where it turned a corner for me when I was practicing, because I was a terrible meditator. And it was understanding the actual skills that we're building. And that's the thing I think that links all of what we're talking about here. When you talk about martial arts, when you talk about being a broadcaster, when you talk about comedy, talk about practice, it's like there are particular kinds of mind-body skills that we're training. And those skills are actually, they have names. There's a feeling of that's happening that you can experience when you're training that muscle group. And that was, when I started understanding things that way, because of Shinzen, because he talks about it that way, but Buddhism talks about it that way. They talk about the factors of awakening, that you're building up concentration, which is your capacity just to pay attention to what you want to pay attention to. It's like a commitment. Your mind wanders, you bring it back. That's one skill. You're building up clarity, which is your ability to be clear and make discernments of what's happening in your experience. What's happening in a social experience? Is this the right time to say this thing? What's happening inside me? Like, what am I really feeling and versus how am I acting? So dialing up that resolution dial and building up equanimity, which is just can I actually not fight with my experience as it's unfolding? Can I have this centeredness in the middle of what's going on, whether I'm doing martial arts, whether I'm doing comedy, whether I'm doing meditation? The beauty of a meditation practice is it makes explicit what those skills are. In a simple situation with your eyes closed, you can notice when you're being concentrated, when you're being clear, when you're being honest, when you're being friendly, which is another good skill. Like, you notice when that's happening. And because you notice when it's happening, you can start to notice how to apply it in every other area of your life. So that's all it is. All practice is about being explicit and deliberate about what qualities of existence, of being, that you want to train in your life. And then you just try to apply it everywhere. And so that's why you can get people who are, I see them as basically meditation masters on a comedy stage, or people who are basically meditation masters in a sports arena, or in a cage match, or whatever it is. They're applying the same principles. So all these are paths that can bring you into more of a more presence in your life. And the problem comes when people start saying, no, but my path is the good path. Oh yeah, but I teach meditation, that's more fundamental, or no, but I do a body practice, this is more fundamental. It's like, it's about the skills. Those are what's fundamental.
Yeah, and the more you can concentrate on that, the more you'll enjoy this weird experience.
The mystery of this weird experience.
This weird experience that doesn't have an owner's manual.
Yes,
Like,
yes, dude.
That's one of the things that's always freaked me out about the mind and the body. It's like you have this incredible vehicle, this amazing resource that's sort of operating this vehicle, and no one gets a manual, and you're taught how to handle it by people that don't know what the fuck they're doing, whether it's teachers in school or whether it's the kids that you grow up with, or maybe even perhaps your parents or sports coaches. You get shitty operating advice. They're grinding the gears and banging into trees, and no one knows how to handle this thing correctly.
Particularly in our culture. You know, I mean, one of the points that Sam Harris, a mutual friend of ours, great podcaster, great writer, has made in his book, Waking Up, which is one of his many books, but I think my favorite, is that, you know, in the West, we've developed an intellectual and scientific culture that is really robust and has changed the world and is unquestionably valuable. But in the East, they actually were working on the owner's manual for the mind for millennia. You know, you've got 2 Buddha statues in here. 2,600 years ago, this guy, if he even existed, or what we don't know, but this culture of Buddhism, and before that the Hindus, were working on how do you operate this mind? What is this mind? And I think the beautiful thing we're watching now globally, this trend, is the meeting of these two things. And Jeff is one of the people who's most excited about this, partly why we're such good friends, the meeting of this Western scientific rational culture and this Eastern exploration of the mind.
But bro, I want to just call you on something. Like, I think that's absolutely true, but I also think this understanding, this way of thinking about it, is there in the West as well. That it's like the East has made it explicit in very particular ways, but even within humanistic traditions, if you look at like some of the Greek philosophers, a lot of them are really mystics. If you look within the Abrahamic traditions, these understandings are there as well, and they're describing it in similar ways. And like, you hang out with some badass Catholic priest who spent his entire life like in poor neighborhoods helping people out and like totally being present and working on service, and like the way in which that human being like has learned how to survive and has learned how to flourish and has learned how to be present for his community or her community, it's a lot of the same skills. And there's obviously shadowy aspects everywhere too, but you know, these are human universals.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, in Japan, they do the thing called, he'll talk about this, the marathon monks, where basically these guys sit for, like, no joke, for days on end. Days. Not going to the bathroom, not moving, not eating, not drinking water. I mean, it's hard to imagine how it would even be possible, but apparently it's a televised event in Japan. Like, they do these long walks, and then they do these sits. And these guys, it's all about what Shinzen would say, it's about recycling the reaction. So it's all about, you have these responses in your body. You're feeling uncomfortable. You're feeling, hungry. You're feeling this stuff. But if you can bring enough equanimity and openness to those sensations, then they just, and I had this happen to me thousands of times meditating, where the sensation just boils off. It goes from being pain in your knee to just vibrating, feels like maggots squirming, and then it's all about how completely present can you be. You can metabolize anything stuck, and guess what? You can metabolize stuck physical stuff too. So if you put your attention on a knot in the back of your shoulder.
Doesn't matter really. Yep. That's kind of GG. It's gonna counter everything I play now. Oh my god. I didn't have. I need more burn, I guess. More noise. There we go. Well, it sucked really. I mean, it works. It's just that 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All you really need is like these are my targets. Either way, they're not that great. Think about it. They're really not. They're really not that great. Yeah. Where's the fucking? Okay. You want to look for cards, but it's really, really hard. Just makes it impossible. It's a green. Oh, so slow. Thank God it's just in the fucking game itself and not on the internet, right? Yeah. Alright. Oh my god. Come on. Go all the way to 2. Get the card. So torturous, I swear. Where are you now? I can't see it. Put 3 counters and target creature. This counterpart's kind of cool. What the fuck? There we go. What a goddamn miracle. Jesus fucking Christ. You almost gotta suck dick to fucking get it. No, this is a 2-1. Alright. Sorcery, you gotta remove it. It's just not worth it. It's too slow. Too slow. No, too slow. All these are too slow. Let's hit these two. I don't think I need more burn. I don't think so. How many? I got 8, 9, 10, 11 burn cards. I didn't got even won that game. Yeah. 4 Evolving Wilds, and yeah, call it a day. Let's do that. Let's do that, because we really got no choice. Oh my god. $20 zone land, Big Bush versus well, fine, okay, bye bye stream. Not gonna wait, not gonna waste my time.